is Rosie. Today I really want to talk about my artwork for my culture space. Assignment. Anyways, this is the picture I drew. And on the right side over here, maybe it's on your left side, but on my right side over here, it is the flag of the Vietnamese flag. And this is my house, my very, very first house. Well, not my house, but my grandparents' house that we used to live in as a big old family. My grandparents had 7 kiddos, and my mom was the 5th child. And so it was a very packed house, and almost every single one of the kids basically has their own kids already. So it was a very, very big house. This is my dad, my mom, me, and my baby sister. And so at around 10 years old, I got the news that my dad got approval that we can move to America and that the paperwork was done. So not in a million years I thought that I would be able to move to America, because the process of moving to America during this time was extremely difficult and extremely expensive. And so my parents were financially supported by my grandparents from the USA in my dad's side that helped me and my mom and my sister come to America. And that was something that we're extremely thankful for, and we are still thankful for to this day. And so I remember moving to America, as you can see, on the airplane when I was 11 years old, living in the apartment, one of the very tiny, probably one of the smallest apartment I've ever seen in my life. But it was a 1-bedroom apartment, and me and my sister were living in the living room, and my parents were living in the 1-bedroom. We had a very tiny kitchen, and my grandparents my grandpa was also actually living with us, and he lived so the living room was big enough that we can have it make it 2 rooms. And as you can see right here, I very significantly put a lot of attention to the book in my friends, because school was somewhat a safe place for me to learn about the American culture, but it was also very hard to make friends and learn English. English was probably the #1 struggle when I moved here, because I didn't have that resources when I was in Vietnam. There was no way for my parents to pay money for me to go to school that provide English, that was teaching English, because my parents had me when they were 18, so they were poor, very, very poor. So we were poor from the beginning. And so it was very hard to adapt to the new culture, and it was very hard to kind of deal with all the racism when I first moved here, because I didn't think that racism still exists even to this day of I think it was 2014 that I moved here. And it made me a little sad, because I thought to myself that America was this a heaven, this exciting place that I am so excited to be in, and that I'm never gonna be bullied and blah blah blah. But no, it wasn't like that, and my dream kind of faded pretty quickly. So I learned how to adapt. I learned to celebrate the culture, and also meeting an American guy definitely helped a ton. So thank you for listening to my artwork.